Hello and welcome to this episode of Dread Captures, the ultimate destination for those who seek the thrill of witnessing the unexplained. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the most compelling and jaw-dropping camera footage we can find. Trail cameras, security cameras, and other recording devices can capture events that occur when no one is around. We have gathered trail camera footage of wild animals, cryptids, paranormal activity, mysterious creatures lurking in the shadows, and strange phenomena that defy explanation. We have it all. Our team of experts scours the internet and beyond to bring you the latest and greatest in the world of wildlife and the unknown. So whether you're a seasoned cryptozoologist, a veteran outdoorsman, or just a curious viewer, buckle up and get ready for an adventure like no other. Now, let's get into the captures. I thought this would be a really cool clip to start this video off with. The face at the end totally creeped me out. This plantation from the era before the American Civil War has been transformed into a bed and breakfast, and it's got quite a reputation. The current owners claim it's one of the most haunted houses in the United States, and there are plenty of eerie stories to back that up. If you take a tour of this historic home, built way back in 1796, you'll hear all about Chloe. She's said to be the ghost of a slave who once lived on the property. The story goes that Chloe took revenge on her philandering owner by poisoning his children. Unfortunately for her, when the other slaves found out what she'd done, they took matters into their own hands and hanged her from a nearby tree. Since then, people have reported seeing Chloe's spirit wandering through the house. She's often described as wearing a white apron and a green turban. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Back in 2017, a group of women decided to check out the property and go on one of these spooky tours. They took a bunch of photos to document their experience, and when they looked back at them, they noticed something they hadn't seen before. Unbeknownst to them at the time, they had captured something or someone in one of their group photos that looked out of place. The owner of the bed and breakfast later shared this mysterious photo on their Facebook page. In the background of the picture, you can see a girl who seems to be peering in the window. People who've seen the photo have offered different opinions. Some say it could be Chloe, the ghostly girl, while others think it's just a trick of the light or a shadow. I'm not really sure what to think, but it definitely made me jump in my seat a little. Let me know what you guys think. What or who do you think was really captured in that photo? Here's trail camera footage captured on a notably chilly day in a secluded part of the woods. The guy who managed to record this was undoubtedly frightened, a sentiment that many of us might share given the circumstances. As you watch the footage, you'll notice a distinct large figure with thick, dark fur. This fur starkly contrasts with the pristine snowy background, making the creature stand out like a sore thumb. The way it moves suggests it's agitated, perhaps territorial, as it shakes a nearby tree with immense power. The sheer force the creature is using on the tree gives the impression it could snap that thing in half, making the bark and branches look like twigs. When we closely analyze the creature's features, it definitely bears a significant resemblance to an ape. But its size is much, much greater, dwarfing any regular primate we know of. Considering its size, appearance, and the region's folklore, you can't help but ask the question, could we be looking at the legendary Bigfoot, the creature spoken of in whispers and often dismissed as mere folklore? Yet here we see some type of creature shaking this tree, so the evidence seems compelling. Realizing the potential danger and significance of his discovery, the person who captured this footage decided it best to get the heck out of there. You can't really blame him for prioritizing safety. However, he perhaps left behind more questions than answers about the mysteries of this wild creature. I hope this email finds you well. My name is Francisco, and I'm reaching out from Roswell, New Mexico. You know, the famous UFO place? Yeah, that's the one. I've been watching your channel for a while now, and after a recent, quite unnerving experience in my own garage, I thought of sharing it with you. I've attached a couple of videos that my security camera captured. You might find them interesting. It was a usual quiet night here. My family was asleep, and just before heading to bed, my phone buzzed with a motion alert from my garage security camera. I wasn't expecting to see much. Maybe a stray cat or some wind-blown trash. But when I played back the footage, I saw this glowing yellow ball just floating around. It looked like a basketball-sized orb of light moving slowly and seemed to be looking around, if that makes any sense. Now, I've heard enough tales growing up here about mysterious happenings, so I didn't dare go out and check. I just watched on my camera as this orb moved around. After what felt like forever, I got another notification showing the orb leaving the garage and disappearing into the night. The next morning, I went into the garage. Everything looked normal, but there was this cold spot right where the orb had been. Super weird. I'm not really sure what to make of it. So I thought I'd send it over to you folks. Maybe your viewers have seen something like this? Or perhaps you might have an idea what this was. Respectfully, Francisco. Yeah, I have to say that looks strange. The weirdest part is that the orb flew in and set off the camera, and then roughly 2 hours later, it flew out of the garage and set off the camera again. Let me know what you guys think. This TikToker stumbled upon something really mysterious while exploring the woods at night during a live stream. In the dead of night, with the trees casting shadows all around him, he came face to face with a glowing pair of eyes.
Why does that look human?
The eyes were peeking out from behind a tree in the pitch-black darkness of the forest. Realizing he had just discovered something strange and possibly important, he quickly urged his viewers to take screenshots to help document the eerie event. Curiosity getting the better of him, he decided to cautiously approach the spot where he'd seen the glowing eyes. But when he finally got there, the creature had vanished into thin air. Digging a little deeper, quite literally, he found a hollowed-out area of ground right where the creature had been standing. He stepped into the hole, and it was so deep that it came up to his knees. The online community started buzzing with theories. Some viewers suggested it could be a Sasquatch, which is basically a huge, hairy humanoid creature that some folks believe exists in the northwestern United States and western Canada. The name Sasquatch actually originates from a Salish word meaning wild men. You might also know this creature by its other popular name, Bigfoot. It's considered to be North America's answer to the Himalayan Yeti, or the abominable snowman. But of course, not everyone was convinced. Skeptics were quick to point out that the glowing eyes could easily be a trick of the light, or perhaps just a nocturnal animal like a raccoon. As for the hollow ground, they explained that it might simply be the result of damp, sinking soil, not necessarily a footprint of some mysterious creature. So what do you think the guy actually saw during his live stream? Was it just a trick of the eyes in some swampy ground? Or could it have been something far more mysterious? In the quiet town of Middleton, Ohio, a mysterious sight left both its residents and experts scratching their heads. On the night of June 21st, 2023, around 10:30 p.m., rotating green lines appeared in the sky, captivating those who saw it. These lines seemed to dance and twirl in the air, performing an odd aerial ballet. After a while, they swiftly darted across the expanse of the night sky and disappeared. Bryce Garrick, a local, was among those who witnessed this bewildering event. Quick to act, he pulled out his phone and managed to capture the spectacle. The video showed a glowing object, moving in a clockwise direction, and then rapidly darting away. Yet, despite the buzz this created among the townspeople, the Butler County Sheriff's Office mentioned they hadn't received any calls regarding the anomaly. Even their dispatchers were at a loss for words, unable to provide any reasonable explanation for what people had seen. Brian Simpson, who leads the Cincinnati Astronomical Society, commented on the incident. He pointed out that the speed of the light seemed too fast for any drone we currently know of. However, he was also quick to remind everyone that, in this digital age, videos can be manipulated with graphics software that's easy to get. For Simpson, the real measure of authenticity lies in having multiple independent reports, suggesting that at least 20 different accounts would help validate such a sighting. Motivated to dig deeper, he announced plans to further investigate this particular incident. Interestingly, this event in Middleton followed a recent public meeting held by a NASA panel. The subject? Hundreds of reports of unidentified flying objects. The NASA panel noted commonalities in these sightings. The objects were often small or round, with colors ranging from silver, translucent, or white. Most were observed flying at altitudes between 10,000 to 30,000 feet. Some were reported moving at blistering speeds, while others hovered motionless. Curiously, these objects didn't seem to emit any exhaust, hinting at unconventional methods of propulsion. NASA, while stopping short of labeling these as extraterrestrial, did acknowledge the mysteries surrounding their exact origins. This sentiment echoed a 2021 statement from the Pentagon which mentioned that out of 144 military pilot reports since 2004, all but one remained unsolved. Finally, NASA emphasized its commitment to creating an open dialogue around these sightings. They pointed out the stigma attached to reporting UFOs, mentioning that many commercial pilots often hold back from sharing such experiences. The agency also expressed concerns over online harassment targeting scientists brave enough to dig into these mysterious events. Now, as always, let me know in the comments where you stand on these potential sightings. In this video, we're treated to scenes of a thriving natural environment with tall trees and young plants bursting to life. It might seem like just another beautiful display of nature, but there's more to it. As you watch, keep your eyes peeled. A distinct dark shape emerges, subtly moving deeper into the woods. This isn't just any random animal. The paranormal enthusiasts came out of the woodwork with theories on this one, and rightly so. Some initially thought it might be an ape or a bear. But when you take a closer look, the creature's size, fur color, and overall appearance don't match that description. So what could it be? Obviously, the most exciting theory is BIGFOOT. Given the undisturbed and remote setting of this video, it might just be a genuine Bigfoot sighting. But, as always, we leave it up to you. What do you think? Personally, the video seems a little glitchy, and I feel like that figure would be pretty easy to edit into a video. The best clue to this being a real Bigfoot is the branch with leaves on it that is clearly in front of the figure, making it seem that the creature's behind the shrubbery. Anyhow, dive into the mystery with us and share your thoughts and theories. I've seen more and more of these images popping up all across the internet. These pics are being sent into various channels with a few similarities in all of them. 1. I'm sure the sender wanted to remain anonymous and undisclose their location. 2. The pictures are always in this particular stance and have a few extra fingers. This has most likely been created by artificial intelligence. But for the moment, let's pretend it's not. What do we have here? At a first glance, the creature strongly resembles a chimpanzee due to its prominent features, especially the slender arms, legs, and elongated body. However, its face, the deep-set eyes, and some other peculiar traits make it seem out of this world. At moments, I even sense it has a sloth-like appearance, but that could just be my perception playing tricks. What adds to the mystery is that this was captured in a place where there are no known apes. What do you guys think? Can anyone place what this animal might be? If you've come across something similar or have any insights, please share in the comments. For me, I am lost as to what this could be. The video that's making the rounds on TikTok is both fascinating and chilling, and it was shot just this year in 2023. The footage comes straight from Thailand and features a security guard who's on the night shift, doing what security guards typically do. He was reportedly answering a call about some kind of disturbance on the property. But here's where things get really weird. While he's talking on his walkie-talkie, the camera catches something strange floating in midair. Now, people who've seen this video are buzzing with speculation, and a lot of them think what we're seeing could be a crashu. For those who don't know, a crashu is a spirit from Southeast Asian folklore. It's basically the floating head of a young and beautiful woman. But here's the creepy part. Her internal organs dangle below her as she floats. She's not just hanging around for fun either. This creature is driven by an insatiable hunger and thirst, and she's most active at night. But come daylight, she's got to return to her body, which looks like any regular human being. You might even bump into her during the day and not know it, although she'd probably look pretty tired. To protect themselves from the crashu, a lot of locals take some pretty unique precautions. They'll put spiky plants around their homes to keep the spirit from getting too close. And that's not all. After a baby is born, the family will often bury the placenta far away from the village. The belief is that this keeps the crashu from haunting the area. So the big question is, did this TikTok video just give us real evidence that the crashu exists? It's a question that's sparking a lot of debate and drawing attention from people all around the world. In the town of Caxambu, Brazil, an unusual event caught the attention of people around the world. A video clip went viral, sparking a whirlwind of speculation and curiosity among internet users. Shared by someone on Reddit, this video showcases what appears to be a glowing humanoid figure perched atop a hill. As you watch, it becomes evident that this glowing presence is considerably larger than normal, especially when compared to the other people milling about, who look tiny in contrast to this glowing being. However, there's an intriguing aspect to this video that caught the eyes of many. The glowing figure doesn't move at all. It's completely still throughout the entire clip. This little detail has given skeptics some ammunition. They argue that what we're seeing might not be some mysterious glowing creature or entity. Instead, it could be a large, non-living object that's merely catching and reflecting the sun in such a way that it appears to glow. Think of how sometimes, at the right angle, a building's windows might reflect sunlight so brightly that it's almost blinding. But even with this skeptical viewpoint, it's hard to deny the allure of the video. The internet couldn't get enough of it. The original post gathered thousands of upvotes, and before long, it was being shared and discussed on various other social media platforms. People everywhere were throwing out their theories, trying to explain the unexplained. Was it an elaborate prank? A trick of the light? Or something truly unworldly? The chatter hasn't died down. Even now, people continue to discuss, debate, and wonder about this mystery. The video from Brazil has turned into one of those internet phenomena that keeps people talking, uniting strangers in their shared curiosity and desire to uncover the truth behind the inexplicable. Our next clip is an intense video showing a creepy red-eyed entity chasing some guys through a forest. Is this footage genuine, or just another staged video seeking online attention? Let's dive in. This video was taken during nighttime, so the clarity isn't great. Still, we can follow the action. As the cameraman flees, he occasionally looks back, capturing the creature's glaring red eyes. Interestingly, these eyes blink, suggesting it's not just some artificial light. The video is all over the place. At one point, it captures a guy leaping off a ridge into a river, escaping the relentless pursuer. He seems to regroup with his pals, but those menacing eyes remain on their trail. Given they're being pursued by what appears to be a cryptid, it's understandable that the footage isn't cinema quality. However, it does remind one of the found footage style popularized by movies like the Blair Witch Project. So, is this a genuine recording or just some folks trying to create a buzz? Suppose it's real for a second. What could this red-eyed creature be? While the video doesn't clarify, the famous cryptid known for its eerie red eyes is the Mothman, which, as some accounts suggest, chases people who disrupt it. What were these guys up to before the chase began? Did they provoke this entity? Let me know if you think this is real or recognize the creature, or if this is all just a big dumb hoax.